It's time for Wrestling Trivia Challenge. And here's your host, the owner of NoDQ.com, Aaron Rift.
Greetings to everyone out there in the No DQ galaxy. Welcome to another edition of Wrestling Trivia Challenge. Today's challenger has been on the Trivia Challenge before. He has been a contributor to NoDQ.com. He has been asking me for a match with Greg, and I finally have delivered. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Big Jeffrey. How's it going, man?
I'm doing good, Aaron. I'm excited to be back on. Hopefully, I can take that title away from Greg and represent Maryland as the wrestling trivia champion.
Sounds good, man. Now, from my understanding, Virtue has been working with you, getting you mentally prepared for this match. Is that true?
Yes, he has. Yes, he has.
All right, so Virtue is on Team Big Jeffrey for today's trivia match, but I'm sure a lot of people out there are on the side of the champion. He has been the people's champion. He has been a fighting champion. Ladies and gentlemen, from Oil City, Pennsylvania, he is the reigning and defending wrestling trivia champion, Mr. Gregory Cherry.
That's right. The defending champ still here, despite the controversy that still exists between a former contestant whose name shall not appear on this episode. But I'm still here as the champion. Right here, the $1,000 bracelet, still looking good as ever on this wrist.
Yeah, more like $1 bracelet.
Sure. Whoa!
Man, everybody's hating on the bracelet, man. I'll tell you what. But I'll tell you something, Big Jeff. I mean, you're a Steelers fan in enemy territory. But right now, in the words of the British Bulldog, I never met you. So this is about the Trivia Championship. This is about what I got and what I'm still going to have after this.
All right.
All right. Well, Greg, are you a little nervous because Jeffrey has been getting help from Virtue in preparation for this match?
Yes, I'm so scared for somebody who only got 3 questions on the first episode of the show training Big Jeff. But what I am excited about, I will say this. I'm excited that since I defeated Jeff twice, I defeated Chris twice. I said his name, so there you go. And I defeated David last week. We finally get some fresh faces. We get some new challengers on this show. That's what I'm excited about. So I'm looking forward to this match.
All right, so let's go ahead and recap the rules very quickly. Each player has 10 seconds to answer the question when I say go. If the player misses the question, the other player will have 10 seconds to answer the question. If the player is answering the question when time runs out, I will still accept the answer. Each player is entitled to 1 skip question. If there's a tie at the end, there will be a sudden death orbit or orbits until the tie is broken. All right, Greg, so you are the champion. You will be going first. Let's go ahead and get this trivia match started. All right, Greg, this is your first question. The final episode of WCW Monday Nitro was held in which city? 10 seconds, go.
Panama City Beach, Florida.
That is correct. You got it. It was Panama City, or as Vince McMahon called it, what did he call it? Do you know what he called it? I think he said a redneck beer hall or something.
Something to that effect.
I should have had you answer that as the question. All right. Well, anyways, Greg gets a point here. Let's move on to question number 2. This is for you, Jeffrey. All right, here we go. Question 2 for Jeffrey. What year was the British Bulldog Davey Boy Smith inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame? 10 seconds, go.
1995.
That is incorrect. Greg, you have 10 seconds, go.
He's not inducted yet.
That's the correct answer. A little bit of a trick question there, so you got it, Greg. Sorry, Jeffrey. I had to throw one of those in there.
You're good.
Every now and then I throw in one of those trick questions where there is no answer. All right, here we go.
I should have gone with my gut, but it's all right.
Go with your gut. Always go with your gut when you do these trivia questions. And remember, you each have a skip too. So if you're not sure, you can use your skip. All right, let's move on here. Greg, this next question is for you. Who helped Who helped Kurt Angle
Who?
retain the WWE title at the 2000 Survivor Series pay-per-view? 10 seconds, go.
His brother, Eric Angle.
That is it. That is correct. It was Eric Angle. We did see him, I think, in 2003 briefly during that WrestleMania build with Brock Lesnar. But other than that, we've only seen him a couple of times in WWE. So there you go. Greg gets that point. All right, let's move on here. Question number 4, back to Jeffrey. All right, Jeffrey. Which wrestler sung the song Never Been a Right Time to Say Goodbye on the 1993 WrestleMania album? 10 seconds, go.
Jesus. I'm gonna skip that one.
All right, Skip. Greg, did you know that one?
I'm actually blanking. I was just gonna say Bret Hart, but
It was Bret Hart. That would have been a good guess.
well, there you go.
All right.
Good skip then.
All right, Jeffrey. Yes, Greg would have gotten it. All right, Jeffrey, this is your skip question. All right, this is a recent one, so we'll see if you get this one. Okay. According to Spotify, Greg's just happy because he usually gets these questions. Okay, so according to Spotify, what is the name of Woken Matt Hardy's WWE theme song? 10 seconds, go.
Is it the Delete Anthem, I believe?
It's the Deletion Anthem, but that's close enough. I'll give that to you. I'll give you that point. All right, so that's a point for Jeffrey. I'll give you that one. All right, if Greg loses this, then I'm sure we'll have some controversy here. All right, let's move on here to question number, where are we now? We are on number 5. Back to Greg. All right, Greg. Who did Andre the Giant eliminate last to win the WrestleMania 2 Battle Royal? 10 seconds, go.
Speaking of, Bret Hart.
That is correct. It is Bret Hart. All right, so Greg gets that point. Let's move on.
I miss those blue trunks that the Hart Foundation wore. They only wore them that one time, but I really like them.
Yeah, well, Bret managed to make the pink tights work, so once you got something that works, you just go with it. All right, question number 6 for Jeffrey. All right, Jeffrey. How many times has Trish Stratus been the WWE Women's Champion? 10 seconds, go.
7 times.
You got it. Nicely done. All right. So that's another point for Jeffrey, excuse me. Jeffrey, making sure I put the point down for Jeffrey. Yeah, that was definitely Jeffrey's point. I made sure of that. All right. Question number 7, back to Greg. Speaking of 7, who did the $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase wrestle in his final televised WWE match? 10 seconds, go.
I know this isn't the answer you're looking for because technically it was the 2007 Raw 15 Battle Royal, but
well, your time's out anyways. All right, Jeffrey, 10 seconds, go.
Was it Virgil?
That is incorrect. The correct answer was Razor Ramon from the 1993 SummerSlam pay-per-view. Okay. So nobody got that point. First one I stumped both of you on. All right, question number 8. This is back to you, Jeffrey. Okay. All right, Jeffrey. As an alternate to the leg drop, what was the name of the finishing move that Hulk Hogan used in Japan? 10 seconds, go.
Damn, I don't know. The body slam?
That is incorrect. All right, Greg, you have 10 seconds, go.
I want to say the bear hug.
That is also incorrect. Wow, I got you guys on this one. The correct answer was the axe bomber. Axe bomber, like a lariat type move. It was called the axe bomber. So,
okay.
Yeah, he actually used that move in Japan instead of the leg drop. Hogan was more of a technical wrestler in Japan, believe it or not. Anyways, let's move on here to question number 9 for Greg. All right, you're going to love this one, Greg. According to Spotify, what is the name of Sasha Banks' WWE theme song? 10 seconds, go.
Sky's the limit.
Hey, you got it. Good job. I guess you're
I'm a Sasha Banks guy. If I miss that, I'm in trouble.
Yeah, you're in big time trouble. All right, let's move on here. Next question. Where are we now? Okay, number 10. Question number 10 for Jeffrey. All right, Jeffrey.
Okay.
Who was Cactus Jack's partner against the Nasty Boys at the 1994 Spring Stampede pay-per-view? 10 seconds, go.
Vader?
That is incorrect. Greg, you have 10 seconds, go.
Vader was actually my guess.
Whoa.
Booker T. I don't know.
That is incorrect. The correct answer was Max Payne. That
Okay.
was an awesome match.
Okay.
That was an awesome pay-per-view. For anybody that has not seen that Spring Stampede pay-per-view, 1994 in Chicago, that was one of WCW's best pay-per-view events. I highly recommend checking that one out.
That no disqualification tag match where they fought all over the arena.
Yeah, it was just a crazy brawl. It was insane.
Yeah, see, it was in there. I just couldn't.
Right. All right, let's move on here. Question number 11 for Greg. All right, Greg. Who did The Undertaker defeat to become 10-0 at WrestleMania? 10 seconds, go.
The Nature Boy, Ric Flair.
You got it. You didn't even have to think about that one. Good job. Let's see. All right. That's Greg's point. All right, let's move on here. Jeffrey, this is question number 12 for you. All right, Jeffrey. Which city hosted the 2011 Survivor Series pay-per-view? 10 seconds, go.
Oh, jeez. It's on top of my head. Shit.
Guess if you don't know.
Atlanta.
Atlanta, that is incorrect. Greg, you have 10 seconds, go.
Pretty sure it was New York City.
It was New York City, Madison
Yeah.
Square Garden. All right, so Greg gets that point. All right, let's move on here to the next question for Greg. Question number 13. What was Rusev's full name when he debuted on the WWE main roster? 10 seconds, go.
Alexander Rusev.
You got it. It was Alexander Rusev. All right.
I was actually at the 2014 Royal Rumble when he came out for the first time. So
Very nice. Very nice, Greg. All right, question number 14. Back to Jeffrey. All right, Jeffrey. What was the full date, including the year, that TNA first went head-to-head with WWE on Monday nights? 10 seconds, go.
Jeez. January 23rd, 2010.
That is incorrect. All right, Greg, 10 seconds, go.
it's one of the two. I want to say January 6th, 2010.
Wow, that is also incorrect. The correct answer was January 4th, 2010.
I was going to say the 4th. I was between the two. I picked the wrong one.
All right, let's move on here to question number 15 for Greg. Greg, this is question number 15. All right, Greg. Who did Mark Marrow face in a Tough Man match at the 1997 D-Generation X pay-per-view event? 10 seconds, go.
Butterbean?
Yes, it was Butterbean. You got it. Good job. All right. So now we move on to question number 16. Ignore that. Every once in a while I screw up there. All right. Question number 16 for Jeffrey. All right, Jeffrey. According to Ernest the Cat Miller, how many times was he a world karate champion in WCW? 10 seconds, go.
3 times.
Yes, you got it. It was 3 times. 3-time world karate champion.
Totally.
Ernest the Cat Miller. All right. So now we move on to question number 17 for Greg Cherry, the champion. All right, Greg. Who did Kurt Angle wrestle in his televised WWE pay-per-view debut? 10 seconds, go.
Sean Stasiak.
Yes, that is correct. And on that note, Greg Cherry has reached 10 points. So the winner and still wrestling trivia champion, Gregory Cherry. Jeffrey, you did well. You got some questions correctly here. How do you feel about this match? What are your thoughts?
I mean, I guess I got to brush up on some of my trivia, especially like the older trivia. Greg did pretty good. He's a good champion. Hopefully he'll have some tougher opponents than me. I'll admit that. And yeah, that's it for me.
All right, Greg, anything you would like to say about this match and your thoughts on Jeffrey?
Well, Geoff, I thank you for the challenge. I mean, we're still Steelers fans, so we still got that connection. But I'm looking forward to new challengers. Since I defeated all the previous champions, like I said earlier, new challengers. So we're going to have some fresh matchups here for you on Wrestling Trivia Challenge. I'm looking forward to see who can come close to beating me or who can actually dethrone me if it happens.
Maybe Virtue?
If you want to bring Virtue on, do it. I mean, I'm all for that.
You're all for adding another notch to your belt, I'm sure.
Exactly.
All right, guys. Well, email me, nodqmisc@gmail.com. I have had people contact me that have never been on before, so we'll try to get some new blood on Wrestling Trivia Challenge and give Greg some fresh challenges. So that'll do it for this episode. Thank you guys very much for watching, and we will see you all next time.